Up next.
On a glorious journey to great academic heights, you need a university that will guarantee hopes of employment without sweltering in a pool of job hunts. I present to you Ndejje University. We are an Anglican university endowed with 3 state-of-the-art campuses in Luero Bombo, the Graduate School in Rubaga, and the Kampala campus along Balintuma Road behind Mengo Hospital. With well-coordinated learning programs ranging from day, evening, weekend, in-service and e-learning, the globally recognized university offers job market competing courses that will surely light your academic path. Our various undergraduate and graduate programs include Business Administration and Management, Engineering and Survey, Basic Sciences and Information Technology, Education, Environment and Agricultural Sciences, Arts, Health Sciences, and many more. With accreditation by the National Council of Higher Education, we now offer a diploma in clinical medicine and community health. We as well take pride in some courses sponsored by the Higher Education Students Financing Board for a loan scheme that will not get you worried of tuition as you pursue your dream. Come ready for an academic adventure on great facilities of learning. You can visit our website on www.ndejjeuniversity.ac.ug. Ndejje University, the fear of God brings knowledge and wisdom.
This week.
I spray right after the planter because I'm not working my soil. I'm using no-till. So all this stuff which is lying here, sometimes when we plant, there is a new wheat which is already germinated. So I apply a Roundup.
Coming up in Live at 8, nominations for guild position kick-off at Ndejje University. Ministry of Internal Affairs has called upon citizens who registered between 2022-2023 to collect their passports. Traffic and Road Safety Directorate cautions road users against violating road traffic rules. And in sports, Atieno stands comfort with impressive upset in straight sets. Welcome and thank you for watching Ndejje University TV. This is Live at 8. My name is ANSLEM OJARU with the news in details. On 27th Monday, Lady Irene campus was filled up with different students waiting for the nominations of their candidates into the different guild positions. Let's take a look. At 2 p.m., the Lady Irene ground was surrounded by students waiting for their candidates who had presented their applications and returned the nomination forms to the Polls Electoral Commission to be nominated. The one-day exercise kicks off with a pop as candidates assemble their entourage to witness the historic moment ahead of their official campaigns.
The university has a number of clearly stated rules and regulations, and if I could look at Section E, subsection 1 of the 2022 to 2023 Students' Constitution, all these rules and regulations are telling them it's a collective what? Collective. It's a collective responsibility of me and you. So I believe that your hustle, your parents' hustle is your hustle. And that hustle should be respected. So, I'm not going to talk too much. If you believe like I do, if you think like I do, if you know that you're a hustler and you want that hustle to be respected, you have to say this after me. Ndejje!
Contesting for being president of the university, and I really request for your support. I'm a man for this one. I'm a man who stands with the words, and a man for the action, and I believe with this I am really proud to be part of this university, and I'm proud to take this university to a greater height.
I'm here contesting for the post of Vice Guild President to represent my fellow students. We have been in the struggle together. We know the issues affecting us. I don't have to talk about them. But I'm asking for your support that let's get the solutions implemented and put into action to make Ndejje better for us. It can benefit us way better than it is doing right now. I just need your cooperation, your support, not only here on nomination, but even after nomination. I'm asking you that let's get in touch, keep communicating and get a solution to every problem that we are facing. We are the university, together we can make it better.
I'm here to request for your support. I won't tell you much because I want to do the walking. I don't want to do the talking. I don't want to do the talking, I want to do the actions. We know all the issues that we are having, but I'm sure we have all the possible solutions, and together we can implement them and make Ndejje better for us. The issues affecting you are the same issues affecting me. Let's not get comfortable being uncomfortable, but rather let's make ourselves, let's do everything it takes to make ourselves comfortable, make the future comfortable for us, because we are the Ndejje, we are the next future. Let's not get weak, but be strong. Together, we can make this Ndejje better. I ask you to vote me as the next Vice Guild President, Ndejje University Kampala Campus, 2023-2024.
The nominations saw students from different faculties in the university coming up for Guild Representative Council position.
My main aim of coming for JRC Faculty of Engineering, I've seen our faculty run, it's deteriorating day by day. So my main goal is to bring out the education and career guidance to people so that they can earn skills through practicals, mostly especially practicals, so that whenever the person gets out of Ndejje, they can say that an Ndejje student is not only an experienced student but is a talented student and trained, so that he's ready for the market outside, job market outside. Then the other issue is the missing marks. Most people have complained that they have missing marks. So how am I going to do that? I'm going to work hand in hand with the coordinators, faculty coordinators, so that we come up with solutions on how we can solve that problem. And after that, we reduce on the disorganization of students at the end of the semester. Then the other issue is tuition. We realize that most of our friends cannot be able to pay their tuition in time. So now I'm planning to come up with engineering projects that will help us generate some income, so that income is used to pay for our friends and enable them to study smooth.
For the courtesy of the unsolved problems in our faculty of engineering in Ndejje, talk of the missing marks, no entering in lecture rooms without the lecture cards, yet you are going to pay the tuition, I decided to come in for the position of being the GRC for engineering faculty. Fellow ladies and gentlemen, my name is Coach Antonio. You are too busy coming in on the position of the GRC for the faculty of engineering.
I appeal to everyone, all students should be around, and we urge you, every candidate to maintain discipline as we commence on with the process of nominating the candidates. And as for now, I want to assure you, we are going to abide by the rules and the Constitution.
The Dean of Students, Wilfred Muhumuza, questioned students against violating the rules and calls for respect of the university properties during the campaign process.
Highlight some issues that the candidates and their followers must follow religiously. Number one, we want to avoid putting posters on our buildings, on our structures. We have had challenges. You can put your posters on the trees, on the electric poles and so on, but not on the walls. Secondly, we don't want to have any violence. The major reason why you are in Ndejje University is academics, not politics. Politics is secondary. Number three, we have some university property like buckets, rakes, dustbins. Some people use them as campaigning tools. Please don't. Leave these properties intact. And there are those people who want to campaign in our halls of residence up to midnight. We have specific times when you people should start campaigns and stop. And my last words are, may the best candidate win.
After the nominations, which marks the official start of campaigns, the contestants will go for open-air campaign where they'll pour out their manifestos and convince their voters on Wednesday 29th and Friday 31st at the university premises in Kampala and main campus in Luwero respectively. ANSLEM OJARU, live at 8.
Thank you so much.
The Ministry of Internal Affairs is calling on citizens who registered for passport photos between the year 2022-2023 to come and collect their passport photos at the different centers across the country. The ministry spokesperson, Simon Ndejje, went further to explain the importance of citizenship in a country. Sarah Chirabo with more on that story.
Addressing the media on Monday 27th, the Ministry of Internal Affairs spokesperson Simon Ndejje called upon all passport applicants to collect their passports and create space for others to be worked on.
So we are still calling upon all passport applicants from 2022 to 2023 who have not yet picked their passports to please collect them from our passport centers in Chambogo, in Mbarara, in Gulu, and Mbale. The passport centers, like I previously informed you, have yet again built up a stockpile of passports ranging between 20 to 30,000, which are uncollected, lying in our stores. We call upon all people, even applicants from an earlier period who have not yet collected them, to please go and pick their passports. And you know, a stockpile of passports generally slows down the system as storage space for new passports is reduced, leading to delays in issuing newly printed passports. So we want, as we make these passports.
Like any other organization or body, the ministry also have strict laws governing their services as far as granting citizenship is concerned.
These passports we issue are for Ugandans. I want to assure you that the passports we are talking about are the new passports, even the old passports. There are some people who, through dubious means, who are able to get the old passport and are now coming to renew, whereas they are not Ugandans. We have instituted a very, very strict regime at the Ministry of Internal Affairs that investigates and verifies citizenship. We want a passport that has integrity, a passport that is allowed worldwide. We do not want a passport that is that can be doubted by the international world. That is why we have instituted a very, very strict regime that investigates and verifies those who are able to get passports.
Simon therefore cautioned all those who are not Ugandans but would like to register for citizenship to first go through interviews.
All Ugandans, especially those who come from the border areas, that we shall not hurriedly process passports if we have not carried out an interview on these groups of people. The Samias of Kenya, of Uganda, we have Samias, we have Bagisu, we have Sabinis, we have Rwandese of Rwanda, and the Rwandese of Uganda. And even in northern Uganda, we have some people who, the Madis of South Sudan, and then those of Uganda. So ladies and gentlemen, if you see your passport delaying on account of verification, please just give us time.
Basing on the 1995 Constitution Act, Simon answered all those who have been complaining about their citizenship by birth.
Defines the following persons as citizens of Uganda by birth. Every person born in Uganda, one of whose parents, every person born in Uganda, one of whose parents is a Ugandan. For instance, if you are born in Uganda, your father is a British and your mother is a Ugandan, we consider you as a Ugandan, and as such, we shall give you a passport. If you are born in Uganda, your mother is a British and your father is a Ugandan, we shall still give you a what? A passport. However, even if you are born here, but your parents are both British, we shall not consider you as a Ugandan. This also applies to Ugandans who are born outside Uganda. There are people who are born outside Uganda, one of whose parents is a Ugandan. We shall consider you as a citizen of Uganda. For instance, if you are born in Kenya and your father is a Kenyan, but your mother is a Ugandan, and you come here asking for a passport, we shall consider you a citizen of Uganda, and as such, we shall give you a passport. Short of that, it will be a problem. There are some people on social media who have been peddling lies to the public that there are people who are born here, who are citizens, who are not given passports. I think that is not right, and those people should seek for information from us. They simply don't understand.
He further clarified and explained the other types of citizenship in Uganda, like citizenship by marriage, among others.
Registration, we have two categories. One, these are non-Ugandans. You come to Uganda to either work or study. You are here, you are living in Uganda legally, and after some time, after a period of like 10 years, you can apply for citizenship. It is called citizenship due to long stay. If you are a non-Ugandan working and living in Uganda and you marry a Ugandan lady or man, and that legal marriage has subsisted for a minimum period of 5 years, you become a citizen of Uganda.
In addition, while alerting Ugandans about the outbreak of the deadly Marburg in Tanzania, Simon urged everyone to take action and report any suspect.
Of Marburg virus in our neighborhood, Tanzania, there is a compulsory testing for the Marburg virus on all border points in the country. This is being carried out by our partners from the Ministry of Health. We therefore urge all travelers not to be alarmed when subjected to these tests and to comply with the port health officials carrying these tests out for their own sake and for the sake of the country. We also urge and caution members of the public to report any suspected cases and be very careful in all their dealings in order not to catch this deadly virus of Marburg.
Ministry of Internal Affairs is a government ministry to facilitate the legal and orderly movement of persons to and from Uganda, regulate the residence of immigrants in the country, verify and process Uganda citizenship, and enforce national and regional immigration laws for the development and security of Uganda. Sala Chidabo, live at 8.
Thank you, Sarah. The Directorate of Traffic and Road Safety, while giving the monthly report, called on road users to be vigilant and careful while using the roads by abiding to the traffic rules and regulations in order to avoid some of the rampant road crashes. Let's take a look at the story. According to information from Traffic Police Directorate, people were involved in road crashes nationwide due to different causes.
Every crash that occurs on our road is investigated separately, and they are all treated in a unique way, though the causes are almost the same. The main cause of the crashes that happened last week was careless overtaking. Careless overtaking, followed by overspeeding, then following too close. If you fail to keep distance between you and the vehicle in front of you, that one caused crashes last week. Passing too close. People don't know how to overtake others. They overtake them so closely that they brush other cars and go off the roads and we lose them. Violation of traffic direction.
The PRO Traffic and Road Safety Directorate further said that the pedestrians tend to be careless while using the roads and cautioned citizens against crossing the roads while on their phones.
We have careless pedestrians. We have some pedestrians that are irresponsible on the road. They are too careless that we lose them, yet we can save them. You very well know that you're not supposed to cross the road from that point, then you go and jump those metals on the bypass, on Ndejje Road. You run and cross the road at once. When crossing the road, you have to look on the right, look on the left, look on the right, listen and watch, then you cross the road. This habit of having earphones in your ears when walking on the road, looking at your phone when you're on road, you're risking your lives. Pedestrians, please, only cross the roads from designated crossing points.
Nampima appreciated the motorists who heeded the call for training at different training centers.
And we also had neglect of right-of-way. Some people here, the lane is on, the convoy has a lead car, you feel entitled, you don't want to leave the road, then in the process they knock you. Because they have a right-of-way, give them way. By law, you're supposed to give right-of-way. We are continuing with our operations of motorcycles. From when we started this operation of riding motorcycles without a valid driving license or permit, so far we've registered 4,281 riders tested at our IOV offices, and they've all attained driving licenses. Thank you very much for complying. We should keep up with this spirit. because I believe the 4,281 have learned how to ride and they've now attained driving licenses. Together we can change the image on those roads. The operation is still ongoing.
She went ahead to give the traffic guidelines that citizens must adhere to while using the roads.
You must not drive on any footpath or area intended solely for pedestrians. There is a bad habit coming up on our roads. People tend to drive where the pedestrians are supposed to pass. When you drive from where the pedestrians are supposed to pass, they have nowhere to pass. At the end of the day, they end up coming to the road and they are knocked dead. So let's respect them and don't drive where they are supposed to be passing. Number 2, do not drive your car when you're very tired. Once you're tired, please get your car, park it and rest. There is no medicine for fatigue. There is no medicine for sleep. These energy drinks you take, it's a lie. Washing your face, it's a lie. Putting your head out of the window, it's a lie. You should rest. When your body is tired, the brain is going to shut down at once and we are going to lose you. The vehicle will drive you instead of you driving that car. Instead of braking, you'll be accelerating in sleep. And the vehicle will go anywhere it wants to go and we shall lose you. So if you're tired, don't drive. Park the car and rest. Number 3, we should all obey the traffic signs and traffic signals on the roads.
The Directorate of Traffic and Road Safety called on drivers to drive within the stipulated speeding limits of the country to avoid some of the rampant accidents on the roads.
Do not drive beyond the speed limit of the area. Speed is killing people on our roads. Yet each one of us here knows very well that speed kills. And everyone listening to me out there and watching me out there, you know that speed kills. In this country, every area has a speed limit. In this country, the maximum speed limit you're supposed to drive is 100 kilometers per hour, period. And it only operates on the small cars. When it comes to PSVs and trucks, the maximum speed limit is 80. So not the category of car that you're driving and not the speed limit.
She called on citizens to speak up in case drivers violate the traffic rules and regulations.
Passengers, we urge you to always speak up for your safety. Either you're in a vehicle or on a motorcycle. People are driven like they're driving luggage. And they are silent. When a crash happens, they say, I found it, but the vehicle was speeding. So what do you want us to do? You are inside that car, speak up.
Road safety is important by knowing the rules and practicing good driving skills. She called on citizens to change their attitude on the roads.
Attitude is very important. Even if we shall talk here 1,000 times in a day, repeatedly telling you what to do, and your attitude is not changing, it starts with you. We've lost enough people on these roads. Let's change our attitudes out there when we're using the roads. And let's respect each other on that road. And let's respect the signages on those roads. Our toll-free number is still on. Call that number and we shall help you in road safety. It is 0800199099.
Traffic laws are designed by the Ministry of Transport and Works alongside other stakeholders such as Uganda Police Traffic Department and Uganda National Roads Authority. ANSLEM OJARU, live at 8. History has been made again in the Uganda women's football as the Kampala Queens clinched their first ever Super League title with 4 games to play. The Queens sealed their title with a 2-0 victory over UCU Lady Cardinals, extending their unbeaten run this season. Let's take a look.
Kampala Queens have made history by clinching their first Super League title with 4 games to play after a 2-0 victory against UCU Lady Cardinals on Sunday. An own goal by UCU's Bridget Nabisalu and a goal from captain Shamira Naluja sealed the victory for the unbeaten Queens, who have now won 13 of their 14 games and drawn just once.
Shamira. Zaina. Into Shamira. And that ball goes in the back of the net. Sweet goal to watch. Shamira Naluja. Oh my goodness.
With the 40 points, the Queens are now 17 points ahead of second-placed Kawempe Muslims in the 10-team logo. The Queens last season by a whisker missed out on a championship by a goal difference to Shiko Prets FC, but this season they have been in a class of their own, scoring 27 goals and conceding just 4. Before the start of the season, the Queens were busy in a transfer market, bringing in a number of high-profile players, including Hasfa Nasuna, Joan Nabirye, Sumaya Komuntale, and Asia Nachibuka, among others. These signings proved to be big boosts to the squad, with already boosted stars like Margaret Kunihira, Reste Nanziri, and Shamira Naluja. The Queens, also known as the Moneybags by their fans, are financed by Hasim Magogo and his wife Anite Annette Among, and this financial backing has allowed the team to assemble a strong squad capable of winning titles. The Queens' title triumph has been a long time coming and is a testament to the hard work and dedication of the players and coaching staff. They may not have been officially crowned yet, but their dominance this season has left no doubt that they are worthy champions. The Queens will now look to finish the season strongly and maintain their unbeaten record as they aim to cement their place as one of the best women's team in the country. Salah Chidabo, Alan Gamol, live at 8.
And there you go, the final whistle. Kampala Queens are now champions in waiting. They will be crowned any time from now, having...
The third day of the Uganda Tennis Championship at Makerere University showcased some thrilling matches between top players. Kazibwe, Nasawali and Afieno each securing impressive victories. Let's have more on this story.
The most anticipated match between Trevor Kazibwe and Marvin Chiriwo didn't disappoint as it lived up to the expectations of tennis fans, leaving them thrilled. Kazibwe, who was a set down, showed his resilience by changing his strategy and varying his shots to keep his opponent off balance. The shift in tactics paid off as he won the next 2 sets to clinch a well-deserved victory against Chiriwo, who put up a valiant fight.
The match went, of course, on well for me because I was able to recover from a set down and then win 2 sets. Generally, the match at the beginning, it wasn't working out for me as I expected because it was too strong for me. But then I tried to recover back by just playing the balls back in the court and finding my rhythm. So the game, I'm really happy for this win, and I hope I could continue with this form. Well, some had matches to come, but then I'm really happy for this match.
In another thrilling match, Arnold Jurua and Ronald Nasawali battled it out in 3 sets that had the crowd on the edge of their seats. Both players showcased their skills, hitting brilliant ground strokes and executing smart shots to keep each other guessing. Nasawali eventually emerged as the victor, using his forehand to a devastating effect and outmaneuvering Jurua with his shot selection. In a surprise upset, Patience Atieno shocked Alison Comfort, defeating her in 2 straight sets and even begging her in the process. Atieno's strategy of putting the ball back in play and forcing Comfort to commit errors paid off, earning her a well-deserved win.
Maybe even to win.
The plan, as usual, has been to always get better. We have to go back to court and train, work on the cardiovascular part of me, work on my physicals, and then also work on my ground strokes. I believe the next match will be much better and much competitive.
In the other games, Troy Adrian Zua won his match against Jonathan Mugisha in straight sets after a tight first set tie break. Francis Agonzewe defeated Kato Musa Said in a hard-fought battle, while Simon Ayela continued his impressive form with back-to-back straight sets victory over Said Mawa and Edward Birungi. In the women's category, Winnie Birungi and Judith Nalukwago had comfortable victories in their respective matches, while Eseza Mwanguzi came from behind to win her match against Remi Kimanje in 3 sets.
My match today, I also didn't expect it because like people told me Alison she knows how to play so I didn't expect it, but what I've learned, I enjoyed the match, though I didn't expect it to finish it that quick.
So far I've played my 2nd match today, and actually it was very good because I won it. I played Judith, 6-1, 6-2, and it was interesting. Yeah.
Alisharan Kiranda, live at 8.
Thank you for watching. That was Live at 8. My name is ANSLEM OJARU. Till next time, bye-bye.